Nobody has respect of anybody, okay? And that was just the entrance. And now wait inside, Allora, so this is, from the moment, that we passed, the big door at the entrance, we just left Italy. Can you see, to be a guide, guide of Rome, guide of the Vatican Museum, of the Vatican State. Yeah, so we're just into another state, completely different. We're having, the guards, their own policemen, they're having their own banks. It's just, a different country.
Really?
Esatto. So that's why, here, for example, the Italian policemen, they do not have any kind of jurisdictions. Our tour is, we're going to do the gallery. I'm going to take you straight to the Sistine Chapel. You're going to have a look at the Sistine Chapel. Then, can you walk or not?
A bit, yes.
A bit, okay, so slowly we can do. You can do steps down.
Yes.
Perfect. We're taking your time, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
this way, because to go from here up to the St. Peter's Basilica, we need to go some steps down, not some, many steps. But,
Down, no problem.
Down, esatto, perfetto. Allora, then we can use the wheelchair, everywhere.
Okay.
Ok? Then a San Pietro poi la porto io e tu intanto vai a prendere la macchinetta. Ok? Così almeno se non vuoi fare San Pietro con me, cosa devo fare?
Ci penso a tempo perché mi piacerebbe farlo.
Allora se no te la fai con me e poi dopo te la porto.
Faccio una camminata.
E dopo se facciamo una camminata insieme fino alla metro. Poi io vado a me, no, io ho un motorino, devo sempre da te tornare. Allora torniamo tutto insieme, va? And so that is, how it works. So and then we're doing, St. Peter's Basilica. Me and Valerio are always staying with you. Allora, so the Sistine Chapel, was built originally on the 1485. It was built, by the Pope Sixtus IV. Sistine. That is where the name came from.
Just staying next to the Ponte Sisto Hotel.
Esatto, it was the same one. Yeah, you're staying at the Ponte Sisto.
Yes.
Because Ponte Sisto was the bridge built by that Pope.
Oh,
They took the
okay.
name of Ponte Sisto, the Pope, the bridge made by the Pope Sixtus IV. So he was the one who made the Ponte, the bridge, where your hotel is located, and even, the chapel. We're talking, the late 1485. That is important, because also, thanks to that, we're having then all the story of the Sistine Chapel. I mean, we're having different artists, that painted, the side wall of the basilica with the stories of the Old and the New Testament. Old Testament, Moses. New Testament, Jesus. I'm Catholic. I'm Christian. So it means that my religion, it's a revealed religion, because we have the Son of God, the Jewish one. The Jews are still waiting for the Son of God. But also, remember, that the Jewish, there were also a certain time in the 1500s, I cannot tell it persecuted, but trying to be converted by the Vatican, into the real religion. E allora, so here, the Pope, he was also acting what I'm calling the propaganda. I mean, you've been with Valerio for 3 days, he told me, so it was taking you everywhere. You're having, all the fountains, all the palaces, everything was built by the Vatican. Because today, the city of Rome that you're looking at, it was the city of the popes. So made by them. For who? For themselves, but then also for you, for the pilgrims. The square, the fountain, everything, was made, for all the pilgrims that were coming here in Rome, visiting, the main church, the most important church. Why they built, the St. Peter's Basilica? It's easy. To create, memories. Because, that time, we're not having, the televisions, or the cameras, Allora, so coming here on a pilgrimage, as a pilgrim, you were entering St. Peter's Basilica, so that the Pope can also die. Who cares? Okay, but I will always remember the St. Peter's Basilica. Okay, allora, so you were leaving, the city of Rome, going back in your country, with what? With memories of St. Peter, of St. Mary, of St. John, of St. Paul. The 4 names dedicated also, to the 4 basilicas of the city of Rome. Because also the aim, of every single pilgrim was to visit not only St. Peter, but the 4 major basilicas of the town of Rome. Okay? Inside, the Sistine Chapel, we're having, different artists, at the bottom, Old Testament and New Testament, made, by artists that came, from Florence, Botticelli, Ghirlandaio, Perugino. That were, the artists of the early Renaissance. Then we're having, the ceiling that was built, was painted, by Michelangelo in only 4 years, 1508, 1512. Okay, and he did all by himself.
Uh-huh.
See, so he was really a tough man, you know. Even if at the beginning I can tell you that he doesn't want to do that. Michelangelo is a sculptor, so he's not a painter.
Uh-huh.
And when the Pope told him, asked him, you want to do that? The Pope says yes. Michelangelo said, no, I don't want to do that. Then, which was the bet? Come on, Michelangelo, you do this favor to me, and then you're gonna make, my tomb, the tomb of the Pope. Have you seen? Ci aveva visto il Mosè? Ecco, you remember the Moses?
Yes.
That was his next job.
Uh-huh.
Allora Michelangelo, to get the job of the Moses, he said, okay, I'm going to paint this. Because also, that the original, the statue of the Moses, is, it was a project of, it was the first statue of a 40 statue, 40.
Uh-huh.
40 statues, that must decorate the tomb of the Pope inside the St. Peter's Basilica. But today you have seen, that to see the Moses at the Colosseum, because it's nearby, there, and so to see also the tomb of the Pope over there. Everything, it has been moved because once the Pope passed away, we're having a big problem. It was considered too expensive. Allora, so they went to Michelangelo, said, no, it's not good. Just one statue is enough, We're not, you don't have to complete, your job. That's why, later, Michelangelo was really upset, with the Vatican, and then so he fled, from Rome, and he came back to Florence. He came back here in Rome only, 20 years later to paint what we call the Last Judgment. The Last Judgment, it's right on the wall of the Sistine Chapel, representing, the punishment that is going to be, that is given by Jesus to all the betrayers of the church. The betrayers of the church, they have a name. The people, who are embracing the Protestant religion. Because 1536 is after the time of Martin Luther and after the time that we had, the schism between the Catholic religion and the Protestant religion. That is, one of the most important things, because then the Vatican is realizing, oh, come on, we're losing the power. Let's going to show them what's going to happen there after their death, not during their lifetime. Because during the lifetime as the Pope, I can just damn them, say, you are going down. But then, what else I can do? Nothing. Allora, so the Pope, was just saying, can you see, this is what Jesus promised to you. And that's why, at the center, the Last Judgment, you're having, a group of angels, right on top of a cloud, having two books. One is really small, that one staying on the right-hand side of the Lord. The other one, that's saying on the left-hand side of the Lord, is really big, for a simple reason. Few people will be saved. The right-hand side always representing the good side, because even, remember that Jesus is sitting where? On the right-hand side of God. So the right-hand side is always the good one. The left, no. Okay? Also, this was also famous later in the past, at the Roman time. You know why? When I'm going to shake your hands, I'm always offering you my right hand side, right? You know why I'm not offering you the left? Because, remember that the Romans, they were not using paper towel when they were making the poops. And how do you think they were cleaning themselves? With the left hand. So that's why in our tradition, when you shake somebody, you offer the left-hand side is the hand of the betrayer. Somebody that's not good. Okay.
And that's how I shake hands. Oh, great.
But no, for you it's a special, So with you it's a special occasion,
Yeah.
Because you are always good. Okay. The others are not good. They're not good. Allora, so we can go inside.